All right, what's going on? This is unapologetically me. I'm your host Tudop. Um, Kind of like spoiler alert or like caution alert. It's gonna be a pretty like I guess personal episode that I'm gonna do right now. I'm not recording this at the same time that I recorded my episode at, so that's why the scenery looks different. I'm just walking back home, but yeah. So this is episode 6, and hope you guys enjoy. So yeah, bye. Okay, welcome to unapologetically me. I apologize if that intro was a bit weird, but I wanted to be like, damn, who is that guy? He's weird. Da 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 da. With the whole intro stuff. But yeah, I didn't explain it earlier, but I don't even know how long this episode finna be. Like, I think it might be like 15 minutes long. It might be 30 minutes long. Like, I don't know. Um, Something I do want to say though before I start talking about this is just um how much love I have for this thing. And it's basketball. Like I have this whole episode is just gonna be about basketball and my relationship with basketball. And it's a pretty complex one because it's not your in my eyes it's not your like normal one. I'll start it off by saying that uh I played soccer for most of my life. Like soccer was just my thing. Um I started playing soccer when I was 4 years old, and I stopped playing when I was 16, and that's when I started playing basketball. And I want to bring that up because it just translates well into what I want to say later on. But basketball was just it came out the blue. Like it just like I played basketball here and now, like there like every once in a while, like before I really started playing basketball, but like I didn't really play basketball like that. And then soccer was something I took really seriously. Like I wanted to, with the World Cup coming up, I wanted to play in the World Cup one day. Win to bet a World Cup and all that kind of stuff. However, as I got older, soccer just didn't really seem it anymore, and uh, I had a lot of fun playing soccer. It was like really taught me a lot, and most of the things that I learned in soccer really translated well into how I play basketball now. But I guess um basketball was just like this thing that spurred up inside of me that I started having like a real deep passion for it. And I didn't understand why, but like I was just like drawn to it. And when I started to leave soccer, it didn't go well with some people. Like some people thought I was like throwing my life away, and like I had a lot of opportunities, and I think they're pretty right for saying so. Like I was like, why would you leave a sport that you're like pretty solidified in to go play a sport that like you're pretty trash in compared to like all your peers and contemporaries and all that kind of stuff. And so it made sense, but it also didn't make sense. And I'll even share this one story. Like there was this one time where I think when I first started like to take basketball seriously, um, one of my friends or one of the people I played soccer with, they kind of convinced me to come play like one tournament with them. And so I stopped playing basketball for like damn near like 2 3 weeks just to get myself in like just to get myself ready for that one soccer tournament. And I'll never forget that soccer tournament because that soccer tournament gives me nightmares to this day. And like I have like relatives that live around that soccer field that I had that tournament on. And every time I go past it, it's like, oh, I remember this happened. And so basically, I played in the soccer tournament, and it was a spin soccer tournament, and we get pretty far. Like we do pretty well. Like all things considered, I think we're playing pretty well. And man, like the game's going back and forth, and there's no real like clear winner. Like no one's really dominating the game. It's just like it's just like a soccer match that you see going on. It's like the semifinals. Like the winner of this goes on to like the finals and all that. Man, like with full time ending is like tie game, and then the first half of extra time is just like it's tied, and then the second half comes and like all that kind of stuff. And I'll get into the second half, but like I was so done with this because like even before like there's an announcer who talks to people like who commentates the game, and I remember him coming up to me and he was like, "Yo, like, are you ready?" And stuff like that. I'm like, "Nah, bro, I don't even want this to go to penalties. I need this game to be over with." And like, um, in the second half of extra time, there's this moment where like it's just like routine save that I would like do. Like it's something that's like very simple and stuff like that. But basically, this guy kicks the ball, and I'm supposed to get the ball, and I don't know really how to like explain it to you guys. How about I just show it? Like I'll put it into the video.
What? No way! What the hell? How?
Hopefully, I showed it to you guys already. But that happens, and I'm like, after that thing, I'm like, I come to a place in my life where I really contemplated whether or not I should like what the heck I was doing with my life because I genuinely felt like I threw my life away because I just started playing basketball and then I get pulled back into playing soccer and I just cost my team a chance to go to the finals. And I haven't played basketball at all. And I started playing basketball and I'm still garbage at it. And I just took 3 weeks off of playing basketball. Like, what am I doing with my life? You know, it just made no sense. And so that is one story of just like how complicated, like, or just how special basketball is to me because of just like all these different things that go into it. Um, hopefully the mic work is pretty good here. Uh, I also want to start this off by showing that like, like recently your boy he won his Brody Wing hashtag or shout out Space Cadets, my boys. Hashtag we did it. Uh, yeah. I don't really know what I'm going to say in this episode. I really just wanted to talk about how much I love basketball, how complex my relationship with basketball is. I think that something that's dangerous for me when it comes to basketball is that number one, I have this one rule in basketball where I give myself a pass. And what I mean by that is I don't really like using foul language or curse words, but when it comes to basketball and playing basketball, I let myself slide. Like I'll like if I say the F word or like if I say like if I start like talking smack about like another person, like it just like it's also a part of the game. And so like I let myself slide there, but like anything off the court, like if I curse, I'd be like, oh snap, that's like whoa, that's crazy. Unless like I'm really mad and then some things happen and like whatnot. But yeah, that's basically what I wanted to share about that one thing. But when it comes to basketball, uh, basketball is a performative based sport, and what I mean by that is depending on how well you can play basketball dictates how far you will go in basketball in my eyes. And I may be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure I'm not wrong about that. Um so basketball is just one thing where like it's a sport and obviously a lot of people love playing this sport and a lot of people are just like naturally gifted at this sport. Or they're just like physically gifted in sport in the sense where they're tall and they have long arms and they can jump high and they can run fast and all that kind of stuff. Um, for me, If you've ever met me before, you can see that I am no human specimen. And I am not like that. Like I am not a really uh tall guy. Gosh, I should really turn off my thing. I'm so sorry about that. Um, I'm not a tall guy, and I'm just not this human specimen. You know, I'm not just this human specimen and whatnot. So it really, when I think about how much I love basketball, it makes no sense to me because sometimes I look at God and I think, hey, why do I love basketball so much if I am so limited by what I can do? And there's a lot of people who play basketball that um, for example, for my basketball heads out there, someone like Isaiah Thomas, like Kyrie Irving, Mike Grote, Kyle Lowry. Uh, there's a lot of small guards in the NBA, and it's really cool to see because I can relate to them on some level, and things like that. Or like someone like Steve Nash, for example, like a Canadian himself, like he's like things like that really inspired me. But like at the same time, it's like, man, I started basketball really late. Like, what am I really supposed to do with this? And what I mean by that is that when I think about my relationship with basketball, I think about, man, like I really want to use basketball to really proclaim the kingdom of God. And really just use basketball as a vessel to spread the good news, to spread the gospel. And I don't really know how that looks right now. I'm still trying to figure it out. All I know is that um okay, I never really shared this with people before. I shared it with a couple people really close to me, but like I'll just share it now. Um I have ambitions and a drive and hopes and dreams and aspirations to play overseas basketball, to play professional basketball like a 5v5 setting. Cause I love playing 5v5 basketball. It's just really fun. I think I shine more there than I do in like a 1v1 or whatever. Um, but yeah, my whole point is I would I want to play overseas basketball one day, just because I love the whole idea of traveling. Like as I've gotten older, like I really want to see the world more. Um, Brazil is one of my favorite countries. But also just like I haven't seen much of the world yet. Like I've been to India once when I was younger, and like I don't really remember much about it. I remember like glimpses of it, but like I really want to like see the world, you know. And so I love the idea of traveling. Um, I love playing basketball, and I want to proclaim His word. And I just feel like it'd be really cool, um, to do that because I've seen a lot. I know I've seen a lot of athletes that just uh really like just like use their platform to proclaim the kingdom, and that's something I really aspire to do. um for example, like someone like Jonathan Isaac, even Stephen Curry, like they're all like devoted followers, and like be able to be able to talk about Jesus Christ, and like uh with the platform that they have is really inspiring. And I just like I want to do that. And um I bring that up because when I think about my where I am in life and how much I love basketball, I really don't know how God is going to intervene in this. Um, and that gets me into some like pretty dark spots. And sometimes it makes me feel like quitting basketball. And there's been a couple times or a couple of instances where I've questioned whether or not I should keep playing basketball. And what I mean by keep playing basketball is like if I should just have if my dream of playing professional basketball one day is will fade away. Like if I should just like let's wrap it up and just like go start something new. And I've thought about that a couple times. I've gotten really close to doing so as well. Like I've had like real conversations with some close friends of mine of like just bouncing ideas off of them and seeing what they think about it and whatnot. And thankfully, like I have some like I was able to talk to some people who just like kind of talk some sense into me about like why I play basketball in the first place and what I want to do with it and stuff like that. Uh, I bring this up because basketball isn't something that I want to do to achieve a certain level of fame or certain uh achievements in life and all that. Uh, it's not even about the money, um, and things of that nature. It's more so just like, man, like doing something you love for a living is something that I'm very attracted to, and like just the idea of it seems really, really cool. And like, I don't really have the proper words to describe it. It's just like basketball is something that like I feel like has given me the opportunity to get to know a lot of people, has given me the opportunity to interact with certain people that like I've been able to grow relationships with, like whether it be people that I play basketball with now or just like friends I have off the court. It's just like it's really cool how like God has used ba- God has used in basketball in my life to be able to get to know other people and get to know their stories and to be able to uh for them to be able to know me and get to see, oh, okay, like this guy, he's he wants to follow Christ, he's trying to follow Christ, and like things like that is just something that like what I alluded to earlier. It like money and fame and whatnot, like that it just can't buy you like real authentic genuine relationships with other people. Like it's just it's really cool how basketball has done that in my life. And I when I think about quitting basketball and my approach to basketball and how I want to play it, it's like it's scary because I don't really know how it's all gonna pan out. I don't really know if it's gonna work out. I just know that I really love playing the sport, and I know that God has put this inside of me. And I've talked to a lot of people about this, like if I'm just tripping, and if it's just like me just making up my own ideas in my head of like what I want to be and just like seeing things the way I want to see it. But the more I talk to, the more I take time to reflect on my own life, the more that I pray about it, the more that I just like think about my own life and what I want to do with it, and just what are my own passions, what do I love doing, and it's like a lot of it stems down to like playing basketball. Another big part of it is just like, man, I love talking about Jesus. Like I love talking about how good he's been in my life. I love talking about how he's been so faithful to me. I love talking about how he's taken me from someone who didn't know him at all to someone who is now like trying his best to proclaim his kingdom like with the resources that he currently has, and that aspires to have more resources to proclaim his kingdom even more. Like and I don't say that to come off as self-righteous or anything like that. I just say that because I have been I'm so blessed to be able to like have the relationship that I have with Jesus right now, because without him I would be nothing. Like without Jesus I'm dirt. Like he made me from dirt, and like I would have no direction in my life. And I think about it like I think about it a lot, just like where I would be right now if I didn't have a relationship with God, if I didn't have a relationship with Jesus, if Jesus didn't pay the penalty for my sins. like like I genuinely get really scared of who I would be right now and what the decisions that I'd be making in my own life right now if it weren't for Jesus. And I think that's one of the biggest reasons why I struggle with quitting quitting or putting down basketball, or just my idea of what I want to do with my life through basketball, because I just don't want to give up on something that God has for me and not see it through. Um, there's been a lot of things in my life where like I felt like, oh, like I don't really know if I want to do this anymore. And I've seen it through, and it's just like, man, it's really beautiful. It's really cool. Like moving to uh in grade 11, I moved out of Toronto and I moved to Mississauga, and I was like, man, like I don't really want to do this. Like I don't really want to do this, and I was not on board on board with it at all, and I ended up having a great time in Mississauga, and I made a lot of great friends and a lot of I had a lot of great relationships and just a lot of memories over there, and it's really cool. And I didn't expect that. Like I didn't understand how it was gonna work out. I didn't know how it was gonna pan out. But like when I think about it now, looking back at it, it's like, man, it was one of my like favorite times of my life. Like it was just really cool. Um, so yeah, like it's just like I don't want to give up on this thing that just like seems impossible to have because I'm thinking from a strictly human perspective. Uh, a lot of times I fall into that because of external voices or external things. And what I mean by that is like other people's opinions about me, whether it be uh people close to me, whether it be like my own family, my friends, and all these things in between. And most of it is coming from like a how do I explain it? Like it's coming from like a good place in their heart, you know, like they just want to like they want to give me the best thing. They want to give me like the best words that they have and advice that they have and all that. And some of them are just like, bro, you're never gonna do like you're not gonna be that person. Like why? It's like go do something else with your life. And like some of the people like yeah, like I said before, like they want to give me a constructive criticism and all that kind of stuff. And uh those kind of things happened a lot when I was younger. Like especially when I was playing soccer, like I learned that like the easiest way to kill a big dream is to tell it to a small minded person. And then as I grew older, I learned that one of the biggest reasons why some people don't align and don't see eye to eye with what you want to do with your life and your own dreams and aspirations is because it is your own dreams and your aspirations and it's not theirs. And when I think about that, I look back in the Gospels and I just I think a lot of times I think a lot of times about just how the impossible happened during the time when Jesus was walking on this earth. Like Jairus's daughter, when he heals Jairus's daughter, like she was dead. She was dead. Like they had they had the people playing the flutes for her, you know. They had people coming up to him, coming up to Jairus saying, let's not bother this man anymore. Your daughter is dead. Your wife is at home. Let's go just go be with your family and all that kind of stuff. And like it's really cool how Jesus looks that man straight in the face. Jesus looks Jairus straight in the face and says, "Do not be afraid, only believe." And then he goes up, and all he has to do is just touch Jairus's daughter's hand, and just say, "Little lamb, arise." And then she wakes up, and just or whatever he said, like it's just really cool. Or like raising Lazarus from the dead, like things like that, or like when he says, humanly speaking, it is impossible, but with God, anything is possible. And he's referring to the king, like entering the gates of heaven and all that kind of stuff. Like things like that is just like so, so incredible. And it kind of just gets me moving and it gets me like grooving a bit. Um, and things along that nature. I guess like a certain scripture that always sticks with me when it comes to like asking God about these big things and hearing other people talk about like what they think about my own like aspirations. And I want to share like a bit of it to other people because like I don't really want like people knowing so much about like what I want to do in my life and why I love basketball so much, which is why I think that which is why I wanted to make this episode to like really like get over that fear and just be like, if you don't believe it, if you don't see eye to eye with it, like it's cool, it's calm, like it's whatever. But like if you do, it's great. We're not the same team, gang. But in Matthew 7:7, it says, "Ask and you shall receive, seek and you shall find, knock and the door shall be open to you. For everyone who asks shall receive, everyone who seeks shall find, and everyone who knocks the door will be open to." And then it goes on to say things along the nature where I'll speak in modern day terms. Um, be like, you parents, like, yo, parents, if your kid asks you for like a loaf of bread, do you give them a stone? Do you give them like a pile of rocks on a plate? Or if your kids ask you for a plate of momos, like, are you gonna give them like just dirt on the plate and tell them to go eat? Like, there's been a bunch of times where I've asked my mom to, like, cook me some like some momos and like get me like I don't know like get like order me some momos from like Logos, and it's like she brings it back home, and she never brought me back like a bunch of rocks in a pack of a momo box. Like she's never done that. And then he ends that off by saying, Jesus ends that off by saying, "So if you sinful people can give your child good gifts, how much more can your heavenly Father give you?" And that really sticks to me. And it's like, man, how much more can my heavenly Father up in heaven, who sees all things, can give to me? And it's like, wow, it's really cool. So it's like, who am I to listen to some people who, like, even if people have the same aspirations or passions as me, like, there's like a lot of people, and most of my friends, they love basketball, they love playing basketball and all these kind of things, but they've also had their own experiences of life. They've also had like, they've experienced life in a certain way, they've gone through certain things, and I've gone through certain things. And so um, how we go about our passions and how we play it will be heavily influenced by what we've been exposed to in our lifetimes. And so I'm not saying that to like say that I can't relate to them, because they're my best friends, they're my boys. I love them to death. But I'm just saying that like as much as your passions may be like for example, like a lot of people love basketball, a lot of people love playing basketball. I relate to basketball in my own unique way, and those other people relate to basketball in their own unique way. If that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense. And like, I think one of the biggest reasons why uh winning that Brody's chips, shout out Space Cadets again, bro. I can't get over it. It was so cool. Um Last Sunday, like winning it last Sunday with them was really special, is because uh like we were able to pray before the game for the first time as a team, and it was just really touching. It was like short, but it was short and sweet, but it was just like so powerful. Um, the amount of people that showed up, like I wouldn't have had the chance to, like, there wouldn't be that much people, and it wouldn't have meant as much as it does to me if I didn't have the relationship with those people. And this is all because like I've been able to play basketball, and because of my drive and passion to play basketball has like brought me around like those people that came to the game, and it's like, wow, it's really cool. And just to share with like some people from the community, some people younger than me, some people older than me, some people I don't really know, some people that I know really well. It's just like, it's really powerful. And I hope I really I hope I did a good job of just kind of expressing how much basketball really means to me and how much God plays a factor into it, because he definitely does play a big role in it. And so, if you will indulge me, I want to say a quick prayer, because I feel like uh I want to be as like authentic as possible. Like I don't want to say anything that's like to say just to like get some clicks and views or whatnot. Like, I want to be as genuine as possible. So I just want to say a quick prayer just about how I'm feeling right now, and then we can go on with the episode. But Jesus, I just thank you for being with me. I thank you that you love me and that you care about the things that I love and care about. I thank you that you've used basketball to bring people close to me, to receive and to give out blessings, Lord. And I just pray that you continue to walk with me and to bless my journey in basketball and just see it through, Lord. Help me see it through and just be with me, Lord. Like I want to play overseas and I want to be able to spread your kingdom. I want to be able to have conversations with other people about you and just talk about you to other people. And I want basketball to be a big part of why I'm able to do that. And so, yeah, Lord, I just pray that you just continue to bless me and just give me the strength to keep going. Amen. Um, yeah, I guess like one of the final things I'll share is like, well, one is like I've given myself like a 5 year plan. So since it's 2026, in 20 by 2031, if I haven't done like I've given myself 5 years to make it to overseas, and so I want to see what I can do in those 5 years, and I have no idea how it's gonna work out, and it's really scary to think about, but it's also really exciting because I'm doing something that like I love, and I'm going after something that I love, and so I don't know what I'm gonna learn in that 5 year span, but I also know that I just like going after something that like I feel like God is really with me, and so like if God's for me, who can be against me, you know? So I've given myself 5 years to try to make it to overseas and just to see how it all plays out. And the second thing I want to leave leave off this episode by saying is that whatever your dreams may be, whatever your aspirations, and whatever you want to do with your life, don't make that your identity. Like I want to play basketball. Like I want to be a professional basketball player, a professional hooper, or whatever you want to call it. But whatever you want to do in life, do not make that the center of your being. Do not make that your identity. Whether it be an athlete, a doctor, a nurse, like a dentist, a janitor, a teacher, whatever you end up being, do not let that be your identity. The worst things that's ever happened to me in basketball has always been a result of me trying to put my identity in basketball, making my identity as a basketball player, or putting my identity as strictly a basketball player. So whatever you end up doing, do not let that be your identity. The realest thing that you can ever be in this world, the most truest thing about you, I should say, is that it's not the amount of money you make, it's not about what you do, it's not about where you are, it's not about what you've done, it's not about even what you're doing right now. It's that you are a child of God, made in his image, and that you are beautiful and that he loves you. And so, yeah, I guess with that said, this has been unapologetically me. I don't mean to come out and be like strict and all that kind of stuff. This has been Mopo, if you haven't realized, one of my day ones. And yeah, I appreciate you guys listening. I know it's not as long as previous episodes, but it this episode was something that I really wanted to do, and man, I just like I appreciate you guys listening. Please like and subscribe and comment and do all that kind of sorts of things. Um, hold up, I want to do it again because we did it, gang. Uh, but yeah, I'll see you guys next time for episode 7. But other than that, this has been Two Top. You can call me Momo. You can call me uh Mr. Confused Man himself, or yeah, whatever. Peace, love, bye, later, gang, love, bye.